Hello and welcome to Wildcard from MUNPR, coming to you from our studio in number 215 HSS Tower, right to your ears. I'm your host, Caleb Lantz, and my guest today is the man who puts the honor in MUN's cursus honorum. He spent his sophomore year as membership chair helping to unite the club during a difficult period, and now as a junior he helps lead and build our team as vice president. Nathanael Barnett is an absolute pillar of the UTKMUN community, and I am very excited to welcome him to Wildcard. Yeah, thank you.
Poetry,
You're too kind. You're too kind. All right, round one, memories. Question one: left, middle, or right?
Let's go left.
All right. What was a moment in your life when you could have chosen a different path?
A moment in my life where I could have chosen a different path. This might be basic, I guess, but like going to college, because you know, my mom works here at UT, and I live in Maryville, which is like 20 minutes south, and I really did not want to go to UT. I never even toured it. I toured like 6 other schools, all of which I would have preferred to go to besides this one. And I probably could have gone to another SEC school and been like, okay, but then the money stared me in the face at UT, and I was like, all right, I think I'll go to UT. And it ended up being I'm really happy I did, but I definitely could have probably convinced my mom, hey, it'll be okay, I'll go to another one.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Did you apply to Maryville College?
I did not apply.
You did not apply to Maryville College?
Definitely. I knew I wanted to go to a slightly larger school, and Maryville College has like as many as my high school, basically, and I was like, I am not going there.
I've been in a couple shows down there, and I was shocked when I found out how, like, I knew it was smaller than UT, but I didn't realize that it was like smaller than arts and sciences.
Yeah, no, hey,
it's
Clayton
tiny.
Center for the Arts is awesome though.
Clayton is incredible. One of my favorite theaters I've ever been in. I've never had the chance to be in the Nut, which is, God, I wish I could do a show on the Nut because it's called the Nut.
That would be kind of awesome.
Yeah. All right. Question 2: left, middle, or right?
Middle.
All right.
Old maid.
What do you admire about your teenage self?
What do I admire about my teenage self? A lot of things I don't admire, but I guess something I admire about my teenage self would be the fact that I did go and do things. Because there's a lot of people who it's kind of like, I don't know, in high school, it's pretty easy, and even like early college, it's kind of easy to just do nothing. And that would have screwed me over and just made my life significantly worse. Like the fact that I went and played soccer, and the fact that I went and did Model UN in high school, and the fact that I took like AP classes and stuff has made college 90 times better and 90 times easier. I only have like 13 hours per semester for the rest of college, which is awesome.
That's nice.
Yeah, and it's like if I had not gone and actually just been like a kind of I'm going to go do these things because I want to kind of person as a teenager, then I probably would be in a much worse situation. I might not even be doing MUN or anything like that, because some of my friends told me to do it pretty early on, and I was like, why not?
Are these friends currently in UTKMUN? I know there's a lot of Maryville High School alum in our club.
The main one who convinced me to, no.
Okay.
But there are some of the early ones, like Zane I've been in MUN with him for a long time.
Yeah.
But the main one, no, he's in, and he goes to Harvard. So.
Oh, wow, damn. Does he do MUN at Harvard?
I don't believe so.
Okay. All right. Last one of round 1, left, middle, or right?
You're going to go left again.
Left again. All right. What is a place that has shaped you as much as any person has?
A place that has shaped me as much as any person has. Sticking to the East Tennessee answers here. I love the Smoky Mountains.
Of course.
Because they're beautiful. And I go there a lot because I love hiking. I did cross country, and we did a lot of stuff like in Cades Cove. Like we do a big run over there. So the Smokies has helped a lot just to go outside. I think that's a big problem with people, including Munners especially, is the issue of going outside and touching that grass. So I think the fact that it was such an accessible, close area of a lot of natural beauty I think that's really kind of helped shape me who I am, because it's like I can go outside if I need to. I'm not cooped up in, I don't know, Idaho or something where or Idaho has some stuff.
I was going to say, Idaho's almost entirely nature.
I take it back. Like Kansas or somewhere where it's like you can go to the cornfield, but that's about all you have.
Yeah.
So, having something nearby has helped a lot.
Right.
I guess shape me as a person.
Yeah. Great. Love the Smokies. Can't go wrong there.
True.
All right. Round 2, insights. Left, middle, or right?
I'll go right this time.
Right this time. All right. What's a goal you're glad you gave up on?
A goal I'm glad I gave up on. I think pretty early in college I did the basic thing. It's like, it sounds like an ambassador talking at this point. But in college I did the early thing of like, I'm going to join like 6 clubs. These things, I did DECA in high school. That was a ton of fun. I did MUN. I did all these other things. I ran cross country, so running club would be cool. And I was like, I'm going to go do all this stuff. And now that I kind of, at some point I was like, all right, I don't think I can do all of that. And I'm pretty happy that I didn't, because most people I know who are in like that many clubs, all they are is stressed and they can't dedicate their time to the specific things. Like, it's like they're always cutting into each other's time. So I'm kind of happy that I gave up on the goal of being in everything and I decided to stick with what I liked the most.
I think most people, certainly happened for me, like sophomore year, you kind of specialize into the clubs that you actually enjoyed going to. I don't think I've been to an all-campus theater meeting since my freshman year.
You have one slightly hard class, and you're like, all right, I'm not doing the rest of those things.
Or, the major change. It's always one or the other or both. All right. Round 2, question 2. Left, middle, or right?
Let's go middle.
Middle. What's a failure you still think about?
A failure I still think about. Ooh, that's a rough one. Hold on, give me half a second to think.
You do have a skip and a flip.
I know I have a skip, but actually, I'll do a flip first.
Oh, flip. Okay.
So that I can think about mine and hear yours.
Okay. A failure I still think about. I'm trying to think of something that's not just like extremely minuscule, like forgetting something at the grocery store.
I have one now too.
Hell, God. See,
I can't think. I can reflip. I thought of mine. I'm good. I did my time.
Okay.
So this one is a club-related one that a lot of people were here for.
That's what I was thinking about, too, was trying to find a MUN one.
We had a cabin trip about 2 years ago. Notably an evil cabin trip. It was despicable, and it was during a time when everybody was already kind of mad at you. Like, there's just a lot of people who were kind of arguing in the club and pretty mad at one another already. And yet we still did the cabin trip, and there was a hike, and I was like, oh, I can plan it. I was trying to make it part of my membership chair thing, and this was my freshman year, and also I was like, I've been in Smokies, I can plan a hike. I look around, I find a hike, when it was a disaster. There were 2 separate trailheads apparently named the same thing. And everybody made it to one trailhead except for one car that didn't make it to the trailhead. And and we didn't have service, so they went to a different spot, and we couldn't text them about it, and they were just pissed off the whole time, very validly so. And I got like told off that night by one of the older members of the club, and it was pretty much just like a dampener on an already pretty rough cabin trip. But it was a personal one, and so I even used that in my membership chair speech there, talking about like I've had the failure already, though. And it does help to know that I can do a thing wrong and recover from it. So in the club, there would definitely be that hike planning, because it was just terrible. Like, I left them stranded, and they went back home, and it was like, I'm sorry, guys.
Did they go back? I thought they did the hike
they
were
at. They did the hike,
and
then but theirs was way shorter than ours. I took us on the one that everyone made it to besides them was the wrong one.
Oh, so they're actually the only ones who did the hike you planned.
Yes.
Okay.
Because we went like a different path or something complicated.
I was very stoned that morning. I don't remember most of it. I had a great time.
I did too. It was a very good time. Unfortunately, it was the wrong time. So that's definitely one that I thought about.
You can keep your flip because you still answered first, but I'll still answer. Mine, same semester, the infamous Monday practice, the ambush, that I think about that on a fairly regular basis. I did not handle that well in the least. Anyway, round 2, final question. Left, middle, or right?
Let's go left.
Left. Relatedly, what failure have you learned the most from?
In terms of MUN, it would definitely be the cabin trip, because it taught me that I should probably, it was like a thing I wanted to plan and offered to plan. And I took some time, it did take some time looking for stuff and going through it, but I think I didn't do the full, thorough, second and third check to make sure everything was correct. And so when it came down to it, it was not correct. and I learned, hey, I have to actually make sure that things are happening and that they are going, like, make sure everybody, on their phone address, it's going to the same spot as everybody else, and make sure to just be very thorough in planning and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Definitely that.
I definitely would have made the same mistake. It would have never occurred to me that there might be two trails with the exact same name in the exact same area of the mountains.
I found that out and just had like a vine boom in my head because it was like, ooh, like this is my fault. Like, and I have to deal with that in a bit.
Hearing it live, I was getting like bits and pieces of information, and I was like, why didn't they just ask us where we were going? Because I thought they had just gone entirely to the wrong trailhead.
I did as well, and I was mad at them, and then I was like, oh wait, this is my fault. I need to recover.
All right. Round 3 beliefs. Left, middle, or right?
Middle.
Middle. What's a belief you had to let go of?
A belief I had to let go of. I gotta think, because that's kind of a...
Yeah, no, take your time.
I'll flip on this one and give this one to you while I also think another...
This was actually pretty recent. I have a complicated relationship with religion. I was raised Methodist. I don't necessarily identify with that anymore, mostly. But until very recently, I still held on to the precept that everything happens for a reason, whether that's because there's, like a conscious, sentient God putting it in motion, or just some kind of broader universal plan, however you want to define it. I did have faith that everything that happened ultimately happened for some broader purpose. And I think recently I've come to terms with the fact that I don't believe that anymore. Like, I think that everything happens, like nothing that happens will only lead to one guaranteed outcome. Like anything that happens for a reason, but what that reason is up in the air. Mm-hmm. Like it's up to you. This is such a bullshit hippie answer. None of it matters. Yeah, not everything happens. Everything happens for a reason, but that reason is unique to each person experiencing it. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
No, I'll go with this one. It changed more in high school than in like college, but college definitely helped it. Anybody that is a younger white man that was raised in East Tennessee will kind of know where I'm coming from. I'm not going to think it's something bad.
I was like, Trump for Halloween in 2016.
There you go. A bit of the pipeline of being like a lot more right-leaning, but in like the edgy middle schooler way where you think it's just funny to kind of be like a jerk about everything and like have like terrible views.
Yeah.
And now I definitely, think a lot more differently about stuff like that. And not to even say that I'm swung and I'm full on whatever people would consider like some radical
not
whatever.
Bolshevik Barnett.
Bolshevik Barnett is I'm down. But I definitely have changed my view on a lot of things, and it's like I think more critically about them, because back then it was kind of just like, well, whatever Republicans or like my family says, I'll believe it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, no, I'm a bit more willing to like not argue, but maybe have a conversation with a family member about like something going on, as opposed to just kind of being like, yeah, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right about this thing and that thing, because, I decided college does help you look more critically at things everywhere.
Yeah.
So that was something that I kind of had to let go of, is just think critically and not just kind of be a blind, like, I'm just going to listen to whatever I get told to listen to.
Yeah. That's, the cliche that college makes people more liberal, I think it just makes them question things more, including things that they already held to believe or held to be true.
Definitely agree.
Yeah. Make sure. Okay. Had an issue with somebody's interview the other day where it just stopped recording abruptly.
Gosh.
All right. Question 2 of round 3: left, middle, or right?
Middle.
Middle. All right.
Damn.
Where have you experienced awe?
Where have I experienced awe? Where have I experienced awe? I'm trying to think what it would have been some good experience. I'm trying to keep it mostly college centric. Just because why not? I think a place where I experienced awe, to go back to older stuff, is back before the cabin trip, back when everyone, like the last time that everyone in that kind of year got along, the spring break trip.
Yes.
Was like the most fun trip ever.
I wholeheartedly agree. That's one of my fondest memories.
Like all we did was wake up, play games, had a few drinks, and go to the beach and like mess around for however many hours we felt like it.
Yeah.
And the house was so close to the beach, so we could literally just like walk back. Mm-hmm. The only negative was me throwing that lady's duck away, and her right. I still have the negative.
That review is stuck on my Airbnb profile forever.
I should have never accepted your trip invite, and I wouldn't have it.
I didn't know it was going to do that. Airbnb was like, hey, put in the email to everybody who's staying with you, and we'll send them the itinerary. And I was like, okay. And then it registered all of you for an Airbnb account without your knowledge to post that review on there.
And now I have like 2.5 stars because some lady said I threw away her frozen duck that was in her freezer. But that trip was awesome. There were days where it was very sunny and it was kind of everyone having fun and like hanging around each other. So it's like, including people who were kind of adjacent to the club. Yeah. Like people who weren't exactly like super...
Brandon had never traveled before and he went on that trip, and I think he'd been to under 10 meetings.
Yeah, exactly. So even people who were adjacent were like having fun and hanging out with everybody. So I would say just kind of that trip in general. Yeah. And like when everyone was together, just kind of hanging out, having fun would probably be a time in college, especially when I've had all.
Yeah, definitely. I had a very good time on that trip. I do remember that seafood restaurant we ate at. That's the best seafood I've ever had to this day.
It was good.
So
I remember
good.
Brandon Bishop, they had that cover band there.
Yeah, the Eagles cover band.
And the Eagles came on, and Brandon goes, "How do you know this song?" I was like, "Bro, we got to talk later about your music genre listening."
Bryce and I were at the far end of the table, and we had taken edibles before we got to the restaurant, and they started playing the Eagles, and we were both like, holy shit, we have to tip these guys. And we had $2 in cash between us.
Did you give it to him?
Yeah, we tipped them $2. But yeah, that's all we do.
You've done your due diligence.
Yeah, and my Mai Tai that I think was approximately 195 proof.
Oh my God.
All right, last question.
Middle last
time. What is a place you consider sacred?
A place I consider sacred. Oh my gosh. Where would I consider sacred? There's so many like kind of good answers and bad answers to this.
The 3rd floor HSS bathrooms.
Oh gosh. Yeah, 6th floor Hodges bathroom. Real ones know. A place I would consider sacred would probably be. I'm really trying to think like what's a good answer for this. This is several places, but it's one place. I'm gonna go with Nando's.
Nando's, yeah, okay.
Because
elaborate.
When we went to Chicago last year, and when we went to here in Nixick as well. We go to Nando's usually
every year.
Every year we go to Nando's, and it is awesome. It is so good, and it's kind of like the break, because we only go to it in big city conferences, which are always super stressful.
I think there's only 2 in the United States. I think there's 1 in Chicago and 1 in Washington, D.C.
Exactly. So it's like we only go with these stressful big conferences, and so it's like whenever everyone can get together and just like eat Nando's and hang out for, however long we have before probably a social that night or something, it is a sacred spot. And anyone who goes to Nixick or has gone to CHOMUN knows that it's like, you get your break there and you get to eat some delicious food. And everybody who's gone to at least one Nando's outing like has a story from that outing. Yes, like the infamous Ahmad Caleb Green out, that happened at Nando's CHOMUN our freshman year. Nando's is always something always happens at Nando's, but it's also always a great time. So. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. Wrong line there. Gonna cut that out. Congratulations, Nathanael. You've won our game. We're going to end the show the same way we do every time, with a trip in our memory time machine. Now, it's very simple. First, just close your eyes. Now, the memory time machine can take you back to any moment in your life. It's not a moment you want to erase or change anything about, just somewhere you'd like to linger a little longer. What moment do you choose? The moment I would choose would be probably there's so many. It's like, again, one of those things where it's hard to come up with something. Yeah, anything at all. Doesn't have to be MUN, doesn't have to be college, any moment at all. Probably one time I was like sitting on, so my grandfather has like property, or he married into property, king. Upwardly mobile. Yes, he married into this like family that has like 200 acres up in Southwest Virginia, And there's one day I was sitting with him on like the back porch. There's like a storm kind of coming in, so it's like you kind of got the nice gray skies, but it's still kind of pretty before you get rained on.
Mm-hmm.
And we were just chilling there. Like I had a sweet tea or something, and I was snacking, and it was a very calming time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like sometimes I get pretty worked up or stressed about things, and it's like it's kind of nice to have a moment to look back on and be like, yeah, I could chill.
Yeah.
Like, I was chilling at that time, and there was nothing super stressful or big going on. Like I was just sitting with my grandpa on the back porch.
Yeah,
so probably that, which happened several times, but like that kind of thing specifically is what I'm going to.
It sounds very serene. I can definitely understand that. Is this the grandfather who made the like cherry moonshine or something like that you gave to Bryce and I that we traded you Minecraft diamonds for?
Yes. So it's the same property. It's my uncle there who makes the it's the cherry hard cider. Like
That's
there's a full hard cider business now.
Yeah.
That is the first time I tried moonshine though, was up there because my grandma had like white lightning. And my dad was like, son, you want to try some? And I was like, I guess. And then we both tried it, and I was like, it was really good, but then it doesn't burn, but until it gets to your stomach, and then you're like, oof.
No, that's
you're breathing a little bit.
Yeah, that one gets you downstairs.
100%.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Nathanael. I had a wonderful time. That does it for this episode of Wildcard from MUNPR. Be sure to tune in next Monday for our next exec interview, and I will see you Thursday.